One of the things that I think it's really important to do is to smash the stigma. There's a stigma around substance abuse and alcoholism, and to break some of the myths, or bust some of the myths, as they'll say. One of the myths that I had was if I give up drinking that I'll be missing out on life. And what I have to really look at is the contrast between my alcoholic and drug addicted life before I got sober. You know, it was prey to misery and depression. It was lonely. I was full of fear and anxiety and worry. I was engaged in behaviors that created shame and guilt and required a cycle of more drinking in order to deal with that shame and guilt. It wasn't much of an existence from an inside standpoint. You know, from an external standpoint, I might have looked like I had things together, and there were kind of material or physical characteristics of my life that maybe looked okay to the outside, but inside, you know, it was really a very difficult and lonely existence. And so what I always have to contrast is the freedom that comes from sobriety. You know, first of all, I live by a set of values now and a set of principles that I'm proud of. When I look in the mirror, you know, and I see the man that I've always wanted to be, and then I have these behaviors that go along with it that don't create shame and guilt, but rather create self-esteem, self-worth, and pride. It's a much better pathway to fulfillment, contentment, and happiness. And so, you know, am I missing out? I'm missing out on this kind of lonely existence, and I'm gaining freedom, happiness, true connection, and the ability to be present in my relationships, in my work, and with my friends. And to me, that's an easy trade-off. When you're in the disease of addiction, it's hard to think that there's another side to it because the start of it seems so hard. So I really like to encourage people to believe that that change can create results in their life that are more consistent with who they actually want to be, and the freedom that you get and the enjoyment that you get and the fulfillment that you get is a great trade-off, because now I don't need the substances that were causing me the pain, the guilt, and the shame in order to enjoy life. And that is a trade-off I definitely would take.